If trust were a currency in The Departed, everyone in this movie would be violently bankrupt. This isn't just a crime thriller, it's a psychological chess match where everyone is lying, spying, manipulating, and somehow still shocked when those things go horribly wrong. Directed by the legendary Martin Scorsese, the film takes the idea of trust, throws it in a blender with crime, identity crises, and Boston accents, and serves it up as pure cinematic anxiety. And what exactly did The Departed teach us about trust? Let's break it down carefully, because in this movie, even your shadow might be working for the other side. Now, here's the twist before the twist. The Departed isn't even an original story. It's actually a remake of the Hong Kong film Infernal Affairs. And instead of doing a lazy copy-paste job, Scorsese basically said, "Cool concept, now let's make it louder, messier, and aggressively American." The development process was all about adaptation, not just of story, but of culture. Boston replaced Hong Kong, Irish mob politics took center stage, and suddenly the story felt grittier, more chaotic, and somehow even more personal. Because, let's be honest, nobody does moral decay quite like Scorsese. And then there's the fact that this movie took years to come together. Scorsese had been circling projects like this for a while, and when everything finally aligned, the script, the casting, the timing, it was like lightning in a bottle. The result? A film that feels both tightly constructed and completely unhinged at the same time. At its core, The Departed is about two men living double lives, and both of them are one bad day away from a complete mental breakdown. Leonardo DiCaprio plays Billy Costigan, an undercover cop trying to infiltrate the mob. Meanwhile, Matt Damon plays Colin Sullivan, a mob mole planted inside the police. So basically, it's a game of who's the rat, except everyone's a rat. So, what makes this plot so brilliant and stressful is how it weaponizes trust. Nobody can trust anyone, not their bosses, not their allies, not even themselves. Every conversation feels like a trap. Every relationship feels temporary. It's like watching a house of cards collapse in slow motion while someone's setting the house on fire. This cast, it is ridiculous, absolutely stacked. You've got Leonardo DiCaprio giving you anxiety in human form, Matt Damon playing the smooth-talking snake, and then boom, Jack Nicholson walks in like chaos itself and decides to wear sunglasses. His portrayal of Frank Costello is less crime boss and more unpredictable force of nature. And let's not forget Mark Wahlberg, who somehow turns sarcasm into a weapon of mass destruction. Every line he delivers feels like it could start a fight. Add in Martin Sheen, Vera Farmiga, Alec Baldwin, and suddenly you've got a cast where every single person could steal the scene. What's wild is how well they balance each other. Nobody feels out of place. Nobody feels unnecessary. It's like a perfectly dysfunctional orchestra. Everyone playing a different tune, but somehow it works. Before we go deeper into Trust Issues, the movie, if you're enjoying this ride and you love mind-blowing movie breakdowns, wild rankings, and cinematic deep dives, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Movie-matic family. Because here, we don't just list movies, we decode them, celebrate them, and sometimes argue with them. Alright, let's get back into it. The screenplay for The Departed was written by William Monahan, and let's just say this man understood the assignment. The dialogue in The Departed is sharp, brutal, and occasionally hilarious in the most inappropriate ways. Characters don't just talk, they attack. Every line feels loaded, like there's always something unsaid lurking underneath. What makes the writing stand out is how it captures the paranoia. You're not just watching the characters, you're inside their heads, feeling their stress, their fear, their constant suspicion. It's the kind of script where even silence feels loud. This is the movie that finally got Martin Scorsese his long overdue Oscar. And honestly, it felt like the Academy saying, okay, fine, we should have given you this years ago. Scorsese brings his signature style, fast cuts, intense close-ups, music that hits just right, and what really stands out here is control. The story is is complex, the characters are layered, and yet he keeps everything tight, focused, and relentlessly engaging. And let's talk about the tension. Scorsese doesn't just build it, he stretches it until it's about to snap, and then snaps it when you least expect it. It's stressful, it's brilliant, it's borderline evil. Now here's where everything comes together. The Departed was both a critical and commercial success. It made serious money at the box office and was praised across the board for its performances, direction, and writing. Basically everyone agreed, yeah, this is special. Then came the awards season. The film won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Film Editing at the Oscars. Translation, it didn't just win, it dominated. Which is ironic, because for a movie about people who can't trust anyone, the entire industry unanimously trusted this film to be great. Jack Nicholson didn't just play Frank Costello, he became him. A lot of his lines were improvised, which explains why his character feels so unpredictable. There are moments where even the other actors look genuinely unsure of what he's gonna do next. That's not acting, that's survival. Also, fun fact, Nicholson reportedly brought a real gun to set for one scene. Don't worry, it was controlled, just to get a more authentic reaction. But apparently, method acting wasn't intense enough, he had to add actual fear in the mix. And then there's that infamous ending. No spoilers, but let's just say it's one of those endings that make you sit there, stare at your screen, and question everything you just watched. It's abrupt, shocking, and completely unforgettable. What sets The Departed apart is how it turns trust into a weapon and then hands it to everyone. In most movies, trust is something characters build toward. Here, it's something they actively avoid, because the moment you trust someone in this world, you're probably already doomed. The film also refuses to give you comfort. There is no clear hero, no safe space, just layers of deception stacked on top each other until everything collapses. It's messy, it's chaotic, and it feels real in a way that's almost uncomfortable. So, what did The Departed teach us about trust? Simple. In a world built on lies, trust isn't just dangerous, it's fatal. And yet, that's what makes the movie so compelling. Because even when you know you shouldn't trust anyone, part of you still wants to. Now, I want to hear from you. Who do you think was the most dangerous character in the film? Did anyone in this movie actually deserve your trust? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe to Moviematic, where we break down movies like they owe us money. Until next time, trust carefully.